Hello, it's Gareth from the iMoot team. My great pleasure to introduce Pablo. He's going to be talking about the math piece from Moodle, which is all about the WIRIS plugin and editor. Thank you, everybody, for your time and for putting your presentation together. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you all the iMoot team for giving us the chance to talk about what we do. So, well, let's begin. Well, hello to everybody, and now I'm gonna start to give you a little overview of what is what we do, and where we are, and what is our plans for the future. So, well, first, we are a company that makes solutions for mathematics. We are integrated as a plugin into Moodle. So, well, you can do a variety of things inside of Moodle with our plugins, like edit mathematics and make mathematical questions. I'm gonna jump to it. Well, for example, in former years, in the past, to grade equations or mathematical expressions in a platform in the web, you will need to know standards, and standard like LaTeX or MathML. And as you can see here, is quite a thing to learn how to code or how to write a math equation like this, like the one everybody knows or everybody have seen at least once. Okay, and well, we developed a tool for make that accessible to everybody. Its name is Wiris Editor, and it's a tool that integrates into Moodle and allows you to write mathematical equations with a WYSIWYG editor. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. So literally, you can click an icon and get the signs you want, the operators you want, and well, variety or of more things. I'm gonna jump into the. I'm gonna share my screen and jump to show you the tool in a few minutes, but I will continue with the overview. Okay. Well, and in the other hand, we have Wiris Quizzes. That is another plugin that is also integrated into Moodle, and what it does, it adds some features to the Moodle questions, mathematical features to be precise. For example, auto grading, random parameters inside the questions, and well, the possibility to handwrite your answers, the students' answers. So, well, I'm going to show you that too. I'm going to keep following. And for the future, we have some developments like graphics, more responsive graphics, and a calculator that will be integrated into Moodle as well. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen right now to show you first what Wiris Editor does. Excuse me for the little delay. I'm running. Jeff. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. If anybody has a question, please, you can write it in the chat, and I will try to answer at the time I'm speaking. But and if you got any trouble hearing me or watching what I'm doing, please also let me know. Thank you. Okay, now I'm sharing my screen, so I'm gonna go to the demonstration. Well, I'm gonna first go to the the website demo. Okay, and here you can see we have the editor with the normal toolbar and with the handwriting feature. First, I'm going to show you the toolbar has many icons and tabs, neatly organized, and it covers mathematic topics from K-12 to university levels. So here you can find the basic operators. Then you will go to a more lesser than or more specific ones. The arrows. And here in the arrows, you can write overscripts and subscripts, the Greek letters, Greek signs. Well, you can also work with algebra, vectors, matrices. The same here for you to be able to write overscript and subscripts, and well, variety of things. Parentheses. Okay, the most common and not so common signs of mathematics you can find in here. Also calculus, well, for university. Well, integrals, derivatives, trigonometric functions, and well, right now I'm gonna jump to the handwriting tool. I'm gonna write an expression, and hopefully it will recognize what I'm writing. Okay, there you have in the right corner, you have the expression that the editor recognized. And well, you can toggle back and have your expression. You can do a variety of things. Keep working on this. You can say that I want script on this. Here it is. Things like that. You can change color. You can change size. You can work with italics. Change the font. Okay. But it's pretty straightforward, and I'm gonna show you how it's visualized in a Moodle environment. This is a Moodle environment we have to test the tools. I'm gonna go inside. Okay, I'm gonna edit content. Here you have, as you can see, your HTML editor, and inside that HTML editor, here you can find the Wiris plugin, Wiris Editor, and here is Wiris Editor for chemistry. I'm gonna show you what does it does. So first, if you click on the Wiris Editor icon, it will pop up the window. Sorry, my internet is not working that good. So in a few seconds, the editor should be rendering. There it is. Okay, so here, like you saw, you can start writing your math expressions. Plus y, or I don't know, maybe recognizes x. Oops. Well, it doesn't makes miracle with my handwriting. Okay, there it is. Oops. Sorry, I'm writing with the mouse. No. Okay. There it is. You can toggle back. And if I click OK, it will insert it in the content. It is an image that it will be stored in your Moodle instances. So, well, no need to call the editor again. And if you want to edit it again, editing again. You can double click on the image. It will pop up again the editor, and you can write it again, okay, or modify it. Okay, and in the other hand, we also have the chemistry editor. That it's the same basically, but what it allows, well, the advantage of this editor is that the interface is chemistry oriented. So chemistry teacher can use the most common icons and symbols in inorganic chemistry. For example, here you have the periodic table, you have the reaction arrows, and it's the same. If I will make this smaller. I inserted in the content as well. So this is the first plugin. It's Wiris Editor. It is easily integrated into your Moodle as a plugin. And well, I'm going to show you just some examples that the complex things you can do. You can do multi-line matrices, vectors. Here is, for example, like that. Well, the chemistry editor making a chemical reaction. You can modify the toolbar. In fact, well, you can make it simpler. You can make it compatible with some standards. Park is an American standard, for example, or simplified. If you want only for students to write the answer, well, you can use the simple toolbar. It is compatible with Mathematic and LaTeX. So if some teachers know or are more comfortable writing Mathematic or LaTeX, it is compatible. So accessibility features, well, the formulas are images. Well, the output is an image, but behind that image there's a tag that will generate a text, a readable text that a screen reader can reproduce. This is for people with disabilities, with visual disabilities, for example. Here you can see I have the equation that I wrote, and here I have the text of that equation. 1/2 x plus square root of 4x n of the root. Okay, it's that accurate. Okay, with this I think it's available in various languages, but well, that's another feature. 51 languages, but okay, that's the editor. I'm gonna show you the other tool, that is Wiris Quizzes. Any questions by now? No. Well, I will continue. Okay, I'm gonna show you Wiris Quizzes. Okay, Wiris Quizzes is a plugin that adds mathematical features to your Moodle questions. What features? I'm gonna show you that. Okay, for example, feature 1. It recognizes the expression, the mathematic expression that the students are writing. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same expression, but you can also have the right questions. For example, in this case, the correct answer that the teacher wrote was x plus 2, but if a student write 2 plus x, it is exactly the same, but it is in different order. The mathematical model is able to recognize that and evaluates the expression. So not if you wrote exactly the same. So for example, Okay. Sorry for the internet. Well, this is going a little bit slow. I will continue. Okay, but sorry. But for example, if I wrote x plus 1, it would recognize that. Well, the level 2, or well, what we call the level 2, it's that the teacher can set some rules to the answers they want. For example, if the correct answer is a fraction and the students wrote an equivalent fraction, but the teacher wanted to be simplified, well, you can set that on the parameters of the answer. It is not simplified, so it is not completely right. You want to factorize it or not? Well, you can set that too. Here, I hopefully this will run on the teacher authoring side. Simplify the fraction to okay. This is the studio where you can set that parameters. As I said, you can tell the engine or the when you grade the question, you can request for general expressions, symbolic expressions, quantities, text, mathematically equal, simplified, expanded, rationalized. Well, you can set all that in here, and the mathematical model will take that parameters and will check if the answer is actually in that way. Okay. Go back. Okay, and level 3, this is what we call random parameters inside a question. So you have a statement and a variable inside that. For example, factor the polynomial x2 minus 1. So, well, each time the students enter the question, it will generate a different question. Well, the same statement, but the variable will change. So you won't ever have the same polynomial. So, for example, I hope this works. Okay, now it works. Factor the polynomial. Okay, this polynomial. If I refresh the question, another one will appear. Okay, and this works with Moodle as well. So the students enter the same at the same question, but so they will get a different reactive. I will show you this in Moodle, of course. For example, I'm trying to find an easy one. For example, this one, we can try to solve it. So x minus 1. If I test it, well, the answer is mathematically equal to the right one. To the correct one, the answer is simplified and it is factorized. And I wrote it with the handwriting tool. You can also write it with the toolbar. This is the simplified toolbar for answers. And all was assessed by the mathematical model. Okay, let's see how it looks into Moodle, in a Moodle environment. Okay, let's enter here, Wiris Quizzes. Here, well, you have the Moodle environment, you enter as a teacher, and here you have the options, the menu of administration. You go to your question bank, and here you have the possibilities that Moodle offers, these question types, and well, but also if you have installed the Wiris Quizzes plugin, you have additional properties to that questions, additional question types. They are the same questions that you have in Moodle, but with mathematical features. Short answer, true, false, multiple choice. Well, these are the ones that you can use with the mathematical features. I'm gonna make a question in a few minutes, but let's first see how, well, some examples in Moodle. Okay. Here we have a number of examples. I'm going to show you, for example, this one that is an easy one. The fractions. Calculate the addition of 1/3 minus 6 above 7. Okay. Well, we could try to solve this, but, well, I will show you that every time I enter to the question, the question is different because the variables change every time I enter to the question. How I did that? Okay, I'm gonna go to the addition part. Okay. This is a question. The name of the question: calculate the addition of the sign number of p. This is the way we tell Wiris Quizzes this is a variable with this sign, and well, I have two variables in here, p and q, that are two different fractions. You can go down. Well, you can add the normals that you can add in Moodle, the feedback and marks. Well, and here in answers, it's where the magic happens. In the answer, you can name a variable solution that will be or answer, and this variable solution is designed with Wiris Quizzes. Okay, here you have your variable solution. In validation, you have, as I told you before, as we saw in the previous demo, we saw that you can set a number of parameters. Here we have we want it to be a quantity. We don't want symbolic expressions. We don't want matrices or something like that. We want quantities, since these are fractions mathematically equal. These are the field where you can parent the student answer. With additional properties, we want it simplified. A fraction could be equivalent fraction, but we wanted the most simplest structure of it. Well, the simplest equivalence. Okay. Okay. Here in variables, we saw we have p and q. Here you can see the algorithm that we design. One algorithm, and you can have hundreds of questions, thousands of questions. P, well, let's see the variables. P, it's equal to a random number between -10 and 10. The denominator has random numbers between 2 and 10. P as an element of C. Q is the same, well, with different parameters here in the denominator. And Q, the denominator of Q, this is a function, a denominator, and the denominator of P has to be different. You can also use this kind of operators inside the Wiris Quizzes Studio. That is this window that we are seeing right now. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Oh, I lost this for a moment. Sorry. Okay. Let's see how we can edit this. I'm gonna jump into it. Okay. I'm gonna click here in edit algorithm. This is a Java applet. For the moment, we are migrating to JavaScript, but for the moment, you will need to use Java to run this. Okay, here we have the algorithm. here you can edit, add all kind of symbols and operators that where you want your question, what you want into your question. You can also work with physical units, or well, with units, combinatorics, geometry. Well, you can this is well, you can do a little of programmation. You can use if else. If someone of you know a little bit of programming, you can make use of that. Well, this is the algorithm, and well, I'm not gonna touch anything of this. It's just to show you how can you edit it. But for example, here you have solution, that it's another variable that it's equal to p plus q. P plus p, it's a random fraction. Q is a random fraction as well. Here you can try and see how the algorithm or the variables work. If I click equal sign, you will see that it will change over and over again, and you can test if it is working the way you want it to work. Okay, here it says all changes saved. I'm gonna close this. The algorithm is okay, like we saw. I'm gonna click OK and go out of this. Okay, solution one, it's you get a grade of 100%. Well done. Solution 2, let's see why you get an 80%. Okay, here we have the studio. Here we have the validation. In validation here, as you can see, you have not simplified mark. You simplified, we don't have mark. So if the students didn't made the sum, well, did made the sum and it was correct, but it was not simplified, you get the 80% of the note. The algorithm is the same. Okay. There we have it. Okay, save changes. Okay, I'm gonna show you some more questions. What you can do. For example, you can make polynomials that it will be random. This is a very simple question. What is the degree of a polynomial? Well, it's 5 in this case. Submit and finish. This is a multiple choice question. You can make the options work with the question as well. You can make random options as well. Okay, and I'm gonna go again just for you to see that, well, it's a different polynomial. The answer is the same because the degree is the same, but it is different expression. Well, it's a question with graphics. For example, polynomial, this is a variable, polynomial x 2 plus 4, blah, blah. Roots -3 and -1. We can try we can search for the correspondence in the graphics. -3 and -1. This should be the right answers. These two are two variables also, but they are wrong. Here you can submit and finish. The correct answer is a C. It is actually C. Okay. But if we jump in there again, we can see that the polynomial is different and the roots also different. These two work in function of this. These two are variables as well. Okay. I'm gonna make a quick question just to show you how to write an algorithm, but maybe you can imagine. Here I'm gonna select a short answer question. I'm gonna add it. Okay. Very bad of function. Okay. Oh, what is the derivative? Well, and the function will be a variable. Oh, sorry. Variable. I'm gonna say f, and that's it. That is the question. General feedback. I could write some formulas here for making the derivative, but well, for the purposes of this example, I will jump and try to do the algorithm. The answer. Here in the answer field, I click on the button of Wiris Quizzes Studio. That pop-ups the Wiris Quizzes Studio window, and well, here I want a solution. Well, I need to have a solution here, so I'm gonna write a variable name solution. Oh, solution. That would be my answer. In validation, I want a general input, because this might be an expression with variables and numbers as well. I'm gonna jump in comparison. I won't write anything, additional properties, anything, just the input. I'm gonna take care of that. Just the edit algorithm. Okay, I'm gonna run Java. Okay, here I have my Wiris Quizzes studio, and I'm gonna start writing the algorithm. Okay, f it's equal to, well, there will be a function, so x at, this will be practical, well, a random number between I don't know, between 1 and 9. I have to put the times sign x and random. I'm gonna elevate this to a random number as well, between 1 and 9 again, and plus I'm going to just copy this and plus this. For example, I just want the students to practice, and plus just a random number between 2 and 10. 2 and 10. That's the way you write it. It's oh, sorry, I'm shade clip sounds good. Oh, sorry, I just saw this. Okay. Oh, sorry, I lose that. I lose it. Oof. I don't know if I lose it. Oof. Solution validation. Okay, I'm going to open again. I didn't lose it, I think. Sorry for the delay. Okay, here it is, my variable f. For this, there is a manual for this. Don't worry. You have to practice, but it's also pretty straightforward. The learning curve, it's could be slow at the beginning, but once you design your variables, it is it is wonderful what can you with this one algorithm, and out of that algorithm you can have thousands of questions. Okay, well, I want my solution. My solution, it's equal to f analysis to prime. I want it to be the solution. So I'm gonna click. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go out of this and try my algorithm here. Solution. I'm gonna see what happens. Oh, I didn't wrote it well. So here is where you can see where you had a mistake. Okay, and now it's working perfectly. If we see the polynomial, we can see that it's derivating. Okay, this is a very simple question, just to show you what this has to offer. Okay, all changes saved. Okay, I'm gonna go away. Okay, here I have my algorithm. Well, I think everything's okay. I'm gonna click OK. Feedback, well, I don't really will put any feedback. Great, 100%. Save changes. Okay. Here I have my question, my short answer question. I'm gonna visualize it. Sorry, I just minimize the window. Okay. Here I have this, and I will try the handwriting too. What is the derivative of the next function? Well, 46x. 49. Sorry, 49. And a constant doesn't have a derivative, so I think I might be right. Yes, I'm right. Okay, that is what you can do. And if I go in there again, I will have another polynomial, another expression, so another function. So, well, that's what you can do. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because that's it with the demos. Okay, let's go with you guys. Okay, so this is what we do. We as a resume, we have the plugin for writing mathematical expressions, and we have a plugin. Well, and that plugin, the name of that plugin is Wiris Editor, that allows you to write math expression and insert it in your content in a very accurate and easy way for students and teachers. And the other plugin is Wiris Quizzes, the plugin that I just showed you, that allows you to have cool features for math teachers in Moodle questions, like the auto grading, the recognition of symbolic mathematics, and the random parameters inside the questions, that allows you to have one algorithm, a variable to have one algorithm, and it allows the question to have an infinity of outcomes of reactives. Okay, Basilis, hello. You're asking which browsers allow Java. Chrome. We have worked with Chrome right now. The demo I showed you was in Chrome, but you have to make some adjustments. You have to have Java. It also runs in Firefox. It is actually running better in Firefox right now. From now in 2 months, we will migrate into JavaScript. It will work in any browser, Explorer, Safari, it works in any browser right now, but browsers are starting to not supporting Java. So a little bit of bugs have come. So, but it runs in Chrome. You can try it in Chrome. Just make sure that you have Java. And well, any other question? If you got, this is my email, guys. You can watch it on the presentation, but I will just write in here again. And if you want to share your emails, I could send you the information to try the editor and Wiris Quizzes for free for a time. We allow for 1,000 calculations for you to try. So let me know if you are interested in trying the plugin. So you can type in the forum of this session. So please let me know. So thank you, Vasilis. Thank you, Kim, and thank you, Garrett, for a wonderful time.
Thank you, Pablo. On behalf of myself and the iMoot team, thank you for putting a really comprehensive presentation together, and sort of very complicated and complex and very diverse screen share with lots and lots there. So once again, thank you for all your efforts, and have a good iMoot, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. See you guys, and have a nice evening or night or wherever you are. Have a nice day. Thank you.